Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to my show here on sptv. Jordan Phoenix with you. Sorry, Jordan Richards, the Phoenix coach here, with you once again for your Q's and A's and obviously live readings. Please like, love, and share the channel across YouTube, Facebook, and all other platforms. Start posing your questions. If you'd like a reading, obviously let us know as well. If you're lucky enough and you're one of the people that I'm drawn to this evening, we'll tune into that energy and bring you forward some spirit messages from the other side. So that being said, I hope you are all coping with the lovely new moon energies that are coming in. I have to say, I'm struggling a little bit with them. I feel absolutely drained, but we're here. A few minutes late, so I apologize for that. So yeah, again, please like, love, and share. If you want to pose a question, please do so. The lovely Richard's behind the scenes, as always, guiding us from the back room, so to speak. So yeah, get those questions over, and hopefully we can tune into the spirit world and give you some messages as well. If you do like it, if you would like to look at my services, obviously my details are across the bottom of the screen as always, or you can just go to jordanrichards.com and check out some new services that are on there, which will be getting updated shortly as well. Hello, good evening, Serendipity 589. Always nice to see you, a regular there. Hi, and good evening from the UK. So do remember to let us know where you are as well, because we know that we've got international viewers. It's all great saying hi, but if you tell us that you're in the UK, America, or whatever, that'd be great, because it's a big shout out to everybody all over the world. Jophiel Earth, lovely. Yeah, Archangel Jophiel in Earth, lovely. Very nice, very nice. Oh my goodness. Christopher Roman. I hope I've said that right. Good evening and welcome. London, lovely. Oh, I used to live in London, guys. Crazy. Can't cope with it. It's too much energy, too many people. Good evening, Debbie Carlo. Yeah, on time for once. Yeah, we were a little bit late, so on time, but yeah, we were late in starting, so I do apologise for that. Kerry Evans Carter, lovely. Love the photo, by the way. Getting some vibes off that. So Sam B, good afternoon, morning, yeah, from you and to us, absolutely. Marianne Harris, hi. Yeah, if I'm drawn to you, Marianne Harris, I will give you a reading, as I will do with any of our other viewers this evening here. Sherry McAllister, evening. Oh, is that an American Bulldog or is it a Staffy, by the way? Do pop it in chat. Oh, so cute. Yeah, it looks more Staffy to me because of its jawline. But yeah, lovely. I've got two little dogs myself, two French bulldogs now. Used to have three American bulldogs. Change your life. I like that picture. Georgette, good afternoon. It's evening, morning, wherever you are in the UK or otherwise across the world. Ashley, hi. The beard is actually, is that your winter peeling? Do you know, I was going to shave, I need to get it trimmed. It's starting to annoy me now. I've just let it grow. I've kind of let myself go a little bit. Self-neglect, but we all have these issues, don't we? We kind of like focus on our clients and all the other things that are going on around us. Yes, and it does affect me as well. So yes, it's going to have to get trimmed. It's getting to the point where it's getting very itchy and very irritable. Good evening, or good day to you, Brenda, because you're in Canada. So you're about 8 hours or so behind us, depending on where you are. Ontario, Kim Turner, lovely. Good day to you all. Do remember, pose your question if you've got any questions that you'd like to be asked by myself and my team. And we will also, just as a reminder, we'll also be doing a Q&A. So obviously I'll answer a question and then I'll do a reading, then I'll answer a question and do a reading, rather than do all the questions first and then do the readings at the second half. So we'll pop in between, do one alternatively, just so that it keeps it in a better flow for you guys, okay? Yeah, a bulldog, lovely. Not sure. He's in spirit. I'll tell you what, he's very much around you, by the way. I just need to say that. And that's why I was drawn to that picture. It's a beautiful dog. It reminds me of one of mine, American Bulldog. His name was Texas, because they all had American names. Sadly, he passed many years ago now. But yeah, he's always with me. So please take that message as well, because you know, whether it's people or our animals, they're always around us when we want them to be. Hi, Yvonne. Good evening. Welcome. Do tell us where that picture's from, by the way. That it looked quite exotic, so very nice. Sarah Louise Edwards, good evening. Christine Mulaney, oh, Arizona, lovely. Yeah, Halloween there, pumpkin season, lovely. No doubt having lots of pumpkin pie and all that sort of stuff, as you Americans do. Not so much a big thing in the UK, I have to say. USA, Maine, lovely. Lovely to have you with us, Mary. Caroline Oates Kelly, good evening. Yeah, lovely. Good evening and welcome. Please like and share, follow, share it with your friends, family. Let's go live across YouTube, Facebook, etc. Get as many people on as possible and share that love of what we do and bringing forward the communicators from Spirit. Kez, Susan, hello. Myra Burgess, good evening. What is my future coming up, please? So that's in relation to a message. If I am drawn to you, Myra Burgess, I will answer that question for you. I am getting good vibes off that picture, I have to say. Tammy, why did Dirk? Is that? Why? Yeah. You know, when certain letters are in certain ways, I'm just like, my head kind of goes a bit funny. I'm like, have I said that right? Hi, will I get back with the Ray anytime soon? Okay. Try and keep your questions in relation to, obviously, your spiritual questions, not necessarily in the form of a reading, unless I'm drawn to you in a reading, okay? If I do come to you with a message, then obviously, if you've asked a specific question, I'll do my best to tap into that energy and answer it for you, okay? Good evening, Sammy, Haley. Any messages for me? We shall see. It was just live a few minutes ago, so we will see. MJC Chambo Landscapes. Okay, lovely. Hi, I'm Matt. Well, good evening and welcome, Matt. Nice logo. I like it. Stacey, Siri, lovely. Hi, welcome. And the loud whisperer. Oh, right. Okay. That sounds like you're shouting all the time for the way that I've just interpreted that. Natalie Bentley, hi. Good evening. Welcome. Oh, see all the dogs. Good evening, Trevor. Long time no see, my friend from down south. Mega. Oh, yeah, Meg. Yeah. Okay. I thought I said mega and missed the H, so I was kind of like trying to correct myself there. So I do apologise if I've misinterpreted that. Karen Montgomery, good evening, welcome. Yeah. Hi, everybody. As always, we will be doing, obviously, live readings and your answers to your questions in relation to, obviously, what you want to ask. Hi, Lisa Paris from New York. Beautiful place, New York. Again, a bit like London, very busy. So remember to protect your energy. Oh, look at all these dogs. You're like breaking my heart here, guys. Stop it with the dog pictures. Ginny, that's so cute. It's a wee Frenchie as well. I've got two Frenchies, by the way. They're down here. Sat in the energy. They absolutely love it. Hi. Oh my goodness. Visinia, is that? Yeah. Okay. Would love spirit for me, please. Yeah. If I'm drawn to you, I certainly will bring spirit forward for you. Okay. Getting very Aboriginal vibes there with you as well. Or that kind of vibe might be Maori actually. Wendy Watson, good day, good day, good day. Yeah, good day. Marianne Harris. Okay. Please can I ask when spirit do come through, why do they not always give their name, but mostly names you would know? Okay. That really depends on, I would say, several different things. One, it depends on whether the person who's the communicator, so your spirit person, friend, family, loved one, coming forward, may not want to give their name and would rather kind of give other details that you would recognize them by. It's also down to the medium on the other side interpreting the messages. So obviously we are the channel or the vessel, as people would call it. And we may miss things, we may misinterpret things as well. So that you've got to remember that there is, like, there's spirit, there's our guides. So some people directly communicate with spirit, like myself when they do come in. But depending on where you are on your mediumship journey, you may have a guide. So the communicator will be going through the guide, and then the guide's passing it to me, basically. And that's how I started, and that's how a lot of people start. But as you develop, you then become, you have your gatekeeper, so to speak, to keep you safe, and then obviously the spirit communicator will step forward, and you have that direct communication between the energy that's coming in with the chosen medium to bring it forward. Hopefully that answers your question, Marianne. It's a great question because this comes up quite a lot, even in my open circle, which I run, and people don't understand why, and it's maybe, in my opinion, it's maybe the fact that, sometimes it's actually part of the essence of the person and spirit coming forward, and they don't want to be, like, recognized in relation to, oh, I'm Robert, let's say. you know they want that detail to be hidden, but as long as you understand the other information, then you would know, and you would be able to feel that essence of the person when the medium is bringing that message forward. So you should be able to feel that energy, of how the medium's connecting with that person that's coming forward, energetically from the spirit world. So again, hopefully that answers that a little bit for you. Um, I think it's just really down to personal preference, but it is also part of our journey to learn more and open ourselves up more as well. I get a lot of names. I tend to know when it's not the spirit's name, i.e., the person that's coming forward to communicate, and it's normally names around that person or around about you. So I can normally place them quite well. But some people do struggle with names, so it's down to their own personal journeys as well. Okay. So it's a great question, though. Thank you very much, Marianne. Um, okay, okay, let's see some photographs, etc. Richard. Okay, let's do this one then. While we just sit in the energy for a minute, we'll do a live reading in a moment, guys. Okay, Lisa Paris. Does Spirit understand when we break a promise to them before they pass? I'm struggling with something and I feel they're angry with me. Okay, so what I would say to you here is that, whew, okay, um, one consciousness, spirit, that I wouldn't, first of all, let me deal with the angry part, okay? I don't feel that they would be angry. It's once they transition and whatever they've gone through here in the physical world, they then elevate through their ascension into the spirit world. So when they get to the side, they've got a higher form of intelligence, higher form of knowledge. They're doing all that sort of soul journey recovery of what they've just gone through in that lifetime. So they're going through that process. They're not going to come through and be angry. They may come through and kind of be a little bit kind of persistent in relation to some advice. They may come through in a way, that I feel sometimes that they come through with quite a bit of a heavy energy sometimes, and they'll kind of like say, we do know about this. So it's not that they're angry with you, but they'll highlight what it is that, like, let's say the promise that you're mentioning, they'd highlight that. But you need to remember that, I feel that you're holding on to this energy from that, question, to be honest, Lisa. So let it go, please. Yeah. That one consciousness, spirit know everything that's happening around us, whether it's the person who was in the middle of their transition going over, they will eventually connect in with that one consciousness. So as I've said, that communication may come forward. I do have a male stepping forward, for you here, funnily enough. Um, Now, I don't know whether this is the person that's passed or not, but I am getting a male energy. I want to say that he would have been in his mid to late 60s from kind of what I'm getting and the picture that I'm seeing here. Okay. Um, Not sure if this is dad or granddad yet, but it's kind of like a very loving. So I know that if it's not either of those two, let me just tune into that a wee bit rather than just. Okay, so I feel it's more granddad. So would you understand granddad passing towards in his late 60s, please? I'm getting kind of 67-ish, around about that age. Don't know whether that's when he would pass, but he would have certainly had a bit of a slow decrease health-wise before he passed over, is from what I'm picking up here. Okay, I am being told to tell you that over and above your question here, there is no resentment or anger coming forward with this gentleman, and I don't feel it's this gentleman that is related to this promise, I have to say, but the communication that's coming forward is for you to just let that go, but also to know that nobody's going to come in with any anger or whatever with this question that you're asking. That it's more about advice and guidance in order for you to fulfill what needs to be done. And hopefully that makes sense. I feel like that's a little bit of a cryptic answer to what you're asking. So hopefully that makes sense, Lisa. Do tell us if we're on right. Okay, yeah, I got grandfather, lovely. Do tell us if we're on the right track here. Okay. I'm getting the name. Let me just double check this. Would you understand Dick or Richard? Because I'm getting like a Dick, but obviously that's short for Richard, as far as I remember. Holding on to it, yes. So please let it go. Yeah. They know better, and they will come forward with the advice that you need in relation to a promise. Okay, promises are not meant to be broken, but we put too much emphasis on them in the physical, and sometimes we don't fulfill promises because we've got a lot going on in our physical lives. So just remember that, it's quite a complex situation, and I feel like some of the advice that's coming forward for you here is a little bit cryptic, but hopefully you understand that. I feel like this gentleman wouldn't have said too much because he's a little bit slow in kind of interacting with me as well. I am getting like chest issues with him. I'm not like really bad, but there was definitely a chest issue towards the end. I kind of want to say pneumonia or something like that, because I'm struggling to breathe a little bit here. I'm also getting John and James with you. I want to mention 14. I want to give you 21. So these would be dates within months. I want to give you March, April, June, and August. Tired, keeping promises. The person that hurt me terribly, so I walked away. Right, okay. So you've walked away. Please close the door. I want to say to you, cut the cords with that, okay, and don't allow them back in. That's from me, not from Spirit, by the way, okay? Because I've been where you are with regards to that. I'm sure most of our listeners and viewers this evening have as well. And it's hard to do sometimes, but just trust yourself. I do feel like grandfather's very much around you. He's telling me he comes around you at night, and you would sense a lovely warm energy around you, predominantly kind of like center to the right side of you, around the kind of like neck, shoulder area. And you'd also feel like as if somebody's tapping your shoulder every now and again. Okay. Um, and he's just when you feel like he's tapping your shoulder, will you just pay attention to what your thoughts are? He's telling me, because I feel like you're a bit busy somewhere, and he wants you to just slow down, calm down with the thoughts, and be kind of almost like I want to say to you, your mind's too busy. That's what I want to say. I'm getting like clouds of like loads of like pocket bubbles, and there's too much. So when he taps you, just try and remember what it is within the think bubble, so to speak, of what you're thinking about, because that's what he's trying to guide you with regards to. Okay, and I feel that that's to do with, I want to say, a relationship here, okay? So I don't know whether what you've just told me via text there is a relationship issue, but there is some sort of relationship thing going on here, okay? Would you understand why I want to bring forward chrysanthemums? I can't say that word. Chrysanthemums. And I want to bring forward oh, right. I try to recognize the name of this perfume that's coming in. I feel that there's a lady coming in here as well. You look out for a scent, please, that's very, very kind of like, it's like a musky, kind of feminine, floralish. I want to say, I'm trying to think of the name yet, and I recognize that I can't think of the name yet. I'll ask them to give me it. I'm a Raven. Okay. But sometimes our minds race with, too much with us, okay? So the gentleman just wants you to just pay attention, slow down, and just deal with that thought process, okay? But going back to this lady, would you understand the lady that's around you? And I do feel like this would have been his good lady, so grandmother, okay? And I want to say she would have wore like a very light floral scent, but it's had a slightly musky scent to it as well. Um, really, really nice actually. Not too heavy. Um, would you understand Margaret coming in? I don't know whether that's her name or not, but I've been told I need to tell you about Margaret, okay? And would you understand me referencing two around you? So you would be one of two, although you would have two children or something like that, okay? I'm also being told, can we check in with you again? So it's either Julie or Julia. Would you understand Julie or Julia coming in? Okay. And I feel like this is like a friend or a friend of a friend. It's not like family from the kind of vibration I'm getting with this. And I just want to say, can we just touch base with that person? I feel like sometimes when they drop a name in and they're here in the physical, it's just a matter of kind of, picking up the phone. I'm being told don't text. Try and actually speak to them verbally, okay? Because we create bad habits by texting as well. I'm being told, you understand why he's showing me like you're constantly doing this. So you're kind of like too involved with technology. So like you're never off your phone or something. And if this is not you, it's definitely somebody around you who needs to drop the technical side of things, put it down, and actually be a bit more present because they're not even listening to what's being said half the time because they're away off in kind of like their own kind of like world, so to speak. But right, okay. Okay. I don't know whether I gave you October before, but I need to give you October, okay? And I also need to say to you here as well, will you watch out for something coming in before the end of the month here, okay? I feel that this is okay. Margaret is your aunt, okay? Lovely, thank you. Okay, yeah, so yeah, okay, thank you very much. Um, you need to pick up the phone. Yeah, absolutely. That's the message that's coming in. Daughter is obsessed with technology. I feel like that, okay, with the daughter here, okay, is that they're spending a bit too much time on their phone or their iPad, that type of thing. Because I was very much with my hands and my thumbs like this there. Okay, so can we just kind of like maybe restrict the time on that? I feel like we're getting a little bit too much kind of blue light is what I'm getting with that. Okay, so maybe either invest in kind of like blue light glasses to kind of stop that affecting them, so that I'm also getting sleep deprivation with that as well. So hopefully you'll be able to understand that. Very busy mind. But going back to what I was just saying there, you watch it for something coming in before the end of the month here, okay? I feel like this is something that's going to come in very unexpected, okay? And it's going to be a change around work. Okay, so I don't know whether you're expecting that, but I feel like there's a big change with regards to work coming in. Okay, and will you please take the love of all those that have stepped forward for you this evening here? Okay, and it was my pleasure to connect with them. All lovely energies, by the way, and they very, very much miss you. Just watch it for Dad tapping you on the shoulder. I need to give you that again, okay? And just pay attention again to when he does it, okay, and what your thought process is, okay? Please take the love and have a good remainder of your day and week, okay, Lisa? And please do stay with us, even although you've had a message as well. All right. Okay, Richard, who's next? Okay. Crystal, wait. Why didn't she call me? Is my question. Okay. I'm not sure. I would need to tap into the energy of that. to give you a reading pretty much because it's a bit vague, to be honest. So if I am drawn to you, Crystal, I will try and answer it for you, but I am going to move on, okay? You were amazing, Jordan. Thank you so much, easing my mind about bringing a smile to my face. You're welcome. And it's not me that does the work, it's spirit that comes in, and I trust what I'm being given. Okay. So please take their love, as I've already said. I am just the medium, the vessel, whatever word you want to use there, and I bring through your loved ones, and that's what we do. So, and it was my pleasure to bring them through. Absolutely beautiful energies, and they're very much around you, Lisa. Okay, so thank you very much for the positive feedback there. Okay, Debbie, right? Okay, do spirit pick up on our negative energies? Meaning, do they feel sad, low when we feel sad and low? I don't want to pass my emotions onto my son in case this is the case. Okay, so what I would say there is that you know, unintentionally you will pass negative, positive, indifferent energy onto everybody that you come into contact with. Okay, so I want to just say to you, be aware of that. Maybe just do a little. I want to say to you, bring in your protection a little bit, and just kind of keep that confined to you, and remember to transmute it when you get the option to do that, so that you're not passing on unintentionally to other people. Or intentionally as well, but I feel that it's more unintentional. You're kind of thinking about here. Okay, I wouldn't say that they do pick up on negative kind of like energies around us. I don't really like the word negative, but because it kind of doesn't sit with me well. Yes, what I would say is they're very much aware of the different energies that come in around us, positive, negative, indifferent. Okay, they do sense and feel our emotions because obviously our emotions are attached to our energy, and obviously that's how they're interconnecting with us coming forward from the world of spirit. Okay, so they are very much aware of obviously all of that energy that we emit. And they will be aware of when we're a little bit depressed, or we're like having a happy day, or we're just having like in the middle an equilibrium day, and it's just kind of happy jolly, and it's been a good day kind of thing. So they are aware, excuse me, they are aware of it. But just with regards to you don't want to pass on your emotions, I would say to you here, just set the intention here, because everything that we do spiritually is to do with intentions. Okay. um just protect yourself with regards to your son then. Okay, just set that intention and just say, I don't want to be passing on anything that I've picked up from anybody else, or anything that that you feel is negative, and you don't want to be passing that on to somebody else. But I also want to say to you, Debbie, here, you don't want to be sitting with that on your own either. Okay, so please remember to transmute it. Okay, whether it's through grounding, going out walking, and visualizing it clearing as you're walking. Okay, clearing the mind, but also clearing the energy within your auric field. Go out, touch a tree, walk barefoot, go out. If you've got a back garden, great way of doing it. Just sit and just visualize it all leaving you, all that negative energy, as you call it. Okay. Because we do need to do more of this, especially with some of the energies that are coming in as well. And I'm sorry that it's from grieving, because grieving's really, really hard for a lot of us. And we all deal with it very, very differently, in my experience. So please take the advice that you've been given here. But I do feel, actually, just before I leave you, I am aware of a lady stepping in for you here. Okay. So that's interesting, because I just went and looked at your photo. Would you understand that the reason the lady likes this photo? So I don't know whether the lady that's stepping forward would have said something like this to you, or would have liked something like this, but there is something to do with that type of scenery coming in here, and that kind of sunset and Sundays, and I kind of see you and this person walking along like a bit of a coastal kind of setting. I want to go back kind of like about I feel it's plus 10 years ago. Okay. Um, would you understand the name Anne coming in? But I want to give you it with an E at the end. Okay. So ANNE and not ANN. Okay. And there's a gentleman name coming in, and that's Robert. and I've also got a Derek to be mentioned. Okay, I do feel I'm going further back with family, and it's just names that are coming in for you to kind of say they're all around you at this situation around grieving. I do want to say to you as well here with regards to the grieving, and I feel that this is why the woman's coming in. So I don't know whether this is the person that you're grieving for, but I'm being told, would you understand that you need to share your grieving and open up a little bit more because we're holding on to too much on our personal levels. And we need to be opening that up and trusting us. I want to say a trusted individual, whether it's a partner or whatever. I'm not too sure why that I've had to say it like that, but you would understand that you need to open up to a trusted person. Okay. I am getting the sense that you're very, very careful in who you are vulnerable with regards to grieving. Okay. Would you understand why I'm getting toffee apples and things like that coming in? I feel like there's some sort of like, I mean, obviously I know it's Halloween coming up soon, but I feel like, are you going to some sort of Halloween thing? Because I'm getting bobbing apples and dress up. So I don't know whether this is a memory coming. Actually, now that I've said that, I feel that this is a memory. Okay. Yes, Robert, my dad. Okay. Right. Okay. Do you understand the ladies that stepped in first, though, as well, Debbie, please? And I'm assuming that it is, yeah, you're grieving for your dad. So I'm glad that obviously he's come in for you here. Okay. I just want to say, I'm going to try and connect with him a little bit more because I feel that that's the message that you really need rather than the lady. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of love coming in here. Okay. I'm sorry if this is going to be a little bit emotional for you, but he is slightly emotional. And you would understand that he went a little bit sooner than expected. Um, and he's sorry that I want to say certain things needed to be done before he passed, and they've not been done. That's his point of view, not your point of view, okay? But he's also saying, with regards to this promise and all the rest of it, just let it go. You know, you cannot fulfill a promise once I've gone to the other side. So you just need to let it go, okay? He's more concerned with you actually speaking and getting the right guidance and advice from friends, family, and the word therapy is coming in as well around the bereavement. Okay, so whether you feel pulled to kind of getting that professional side of things to help you, I'm not sure. You have got free will, but I feel that this gentleman's very much around you. And he's coming in, and he comes in right at the back of you, which is interesting. He's coming right in at the back of you, lovely warm energy at the back of the neck, all the way down the both shoulders, actually, which is lovely. And it's a really, really warm. Well, I want to actually, I'm going to change that. It's like a hot, hot, uh, like vibration and sensation because I am literally like I feel like I'm sweating at the bottom of my neck and my shoulders now with the gentleman's energy. Okay. Um, therapy is needed, right? Okay. And I've been speaking about it, right? Okay. So you've had the confirmation from dad here. Okay. So if you feel that that's a route that you need to take, please take it. But know that you don't have to take it. He's also saying use trusted sources, friends, family, etc. Okay. So whatever option works for you better. Okay. Um, okay. John, let me just double check this. Sorry. Do you understand why I'm getting chestnuts on an open fire? That's some sort of Christmas song from what a lyric or something, isn't it? Um, just remember I've said that. I'm sure that's a Christmas from a Christmas song. I can't place it, but just remember I've said it. I also want to say to you here as well that would you understand that there is a few things like legal around kind of dad's passing that needs to be sorted out? It was Nat King Cole, Chestnuts on an Open Fire. Richard, the voice from the heavens, has just stepped in and told me. Okay. Um, so just remember that. So I don't know whether he was a Nat King Cole fire, but I want you to listen to that song, okay? Because if a song's coming in, and I don't normally get songs, so that's interesting. Um, but I also want to give you another song here, and I'm trying to work out what it is because it's something. Okay. I don't know whether Richard would know this. I'm struggling to hear this properly. It's like "We Are the Angels," and it's a voice within a song. Sorry, a verse within a song, not a voice. Um, He's also saying to me, when you listen to that, wherever that song is, will you remember that he's got his angel wings along with the other lady that stepped in? Okay. There are a few other people stepping in, and I do feel that this is other family members kind of like along the same line. So like aunties, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, etc. And obviously I don't have the time to bring them all in, but I want to make you aware there's a lot of love and a lot of positive energy coming in the form of healing to try and get you through this grieving process. But please allow yourself to go through it slowly, I'm being told, and not rush through it because it will raise its ugly head again. Okay, so I got no idea why I've had to say it like that. So you've maybe been through something before and you've not dealt with it properly, and then it's kind of like raised its head above the parapet kind of thing. Um, and I don't want the same pattern to repeat with you. Or maybe this was with dad or something. But there's that kind of connection where somebody didn't deal with something, okay, and it raised its ugly head, and you've not to repeat that pattern. That's what I've got to tell you, okay? And I've got to leave you here with, okay. Okay, with the chestnuts in the open fire, I've got to give you a mince pie here, but I've also got to give you clotted cream with it, okay? And um, there's something about pink ribbons coming in, so I hope you understand that. And I'm going to leave you with a spray of orchids and white roses. So hopefully you'd understand that as well, Debbie, okay? Thank you. You understand. Absolutely fantastic. That's what we want. And thank you very much for allowing me to connect with your picture and answer your question. And it's my pleasure, as always, to bring your loved ones forward. Okay. So please take the love, please take the time to heal and know that you can call on them. They're very much around you, Debbie. Okay. So just remember what I said. He comes in very much central at the back of you, at the back of the neck, across the shoulders. You'll feel quite hot when he walks forward, and just I feel like he's trying to kind of like heal you. And I want to say just before I leave you, you feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders because my shoulders feel like they've just dropped. So I feel like I'm being weighed down with a little bit too much. Okay, so please talk to somebody, whether it's therapy or friends. Okay, thank you very much again, and have a good evening. Stay with us, obviously, as well. Okay, Melanie McGonigal. Okay, what's the difference between a spirit, sorry, between a guide and spirit angels? Okay, so I assume when you say spirit angels, you're meaning the actual angels. So angels obviously are higher beings, and they're totally angelic. They work directly with, God Almighty, and they all have their own different purpose. Who they watch over us and guide us. Now, guides do the same thing, but guides do it in a little bit more of a subtlety. So think about things like a hierarchy within business, or kind of like the fields that, up above at all the different levels. You've got your guides. Then you've got like obviously you've got another level above them. You've got like your gatekeeper, which is a higher guide, in my opinion. And then you've also got like obviously angels. Then you've got archangels. You've got guardian angel. You've got your mental mediumship guide. If you do that kind of thing, you've also got other guides that deal with healing and all the rest of it. So they're all around you doing different things, and they're all reporting to the higher realms. So the angels and then the archangels, seraphim, cherubim, all the rest of it, all the way up to God. Okay, and the one that the archangel that I need to mention here, for whatever reason, is Archangel Sandalphon with regards to that question, the one that takes your prayers up to God Himself, the divine messenger. Okay. But I also want to mention something to do with protection around you, Melanie. Okay. And I feel that that's kind of why you've asked that question. Okay, so please call in Archangel Michael, his blue coat and the color blue around you. Make sure that you're kind of like putting it across your head, covering your third eye, zipping it up from the floor up, using his sword of truth and his blue light to repel any psychic energies attacks against you. I feel like somebody's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. I don't feel it's intentional, by the way. I feel it's unintentional, and it's kind of like you're picking it up. You're picking it up. So I just want to kind of like leave you with that, if you don't mind. Just work on protection for me, okay, my love? And that's a pleasure. And thank you very much for the question. Okay, Richard. No, I'm fine to carry on. Thank you. If you're all right, just had a mouthful of tea. So yeah. Okay, Patricia Langton. Hi, Jordan. My name is Maureen. Okay. What is the difference between psychic ability and your intuition? Okay. So intuition, in my opinion, is more of a gut feeling. So you kind of feel that round about your belly button. If you know your chakras, you're talking about solar plexus, that kind of nudge, and you kind of feel that nervousness or whatever. Just kind of like sit with yourself energetically and tune into that, and then you'll know the nudges on your own personal vibration, because they do change as well as your own personal vibration goes through that journey of increasing in frequency and ascending. So psychic abilities, in my opinion, is more about you emitting your aura and being able to tune into other people's energy. So the intuition is personal, and the psychic ability is when you're able to actually tune into other people's. Okay, so take psychometry. So like if you gave me a watch, I'd be able to pick up the energy of who that belonged to and kind of bring forward a mediumship message, but I would be reading it psychically to get the mediumship vibration. Okay. But also, I mean, if I'm open like I am now and somebody walked in here, I may pick something up off of them and then be kind of, oh, I've picked that up off them. Why? So I maybe kind of like have to give them a reading, or kind of like say a few words in relation to it. But I mean, I'm quite well protected, me as well, because I do a lot of work in this area. So I tend not to pick up stuff unless I'm actually open. But hopefully that short explanation, Maureen, I was going to call you Patricia there, but you said your name was Maureen in the chat. So I'm glad I remembered that. Hopefully that's the difference. Okay, intuition is personal, psychic ability is personal, but it allows you to actually pick up the energies outside of yourself and through your auric field into other people's auric field. So you may pick up stuff if you're not protecting yourself there as well. Okay. Okay, Richard. Next, let's have a reading, see who I've got. Okay. Ah, right. Okay. Sammy Healy. Lucky you. You were the next picture that came up. I believe my daughter has been seeing spirits. Okay. I am getting a very, very positive connection with regards to that. I literally got shouted in my ear, yes. I'm being told she's quite susceptible to the energy. Okay. Nothing to worry about, I'm going to say here. Okay. It's just that she's very open. I do just want to say to you that there's a gentleman stepping forward who's very much watching over her. Do you feel that this is like a grandfather link that's coming in? He would have been quite a broader gentleman, a little bit broader than me. I'm like a 40 chest, to give you an idea. So he would have been about a 42, 44. He's slightly larger than me, slightly smaller in height, so about 5, maybe 8, 9, there or thereabouts. Bit of a pot belly, liked a pint and a whiskey, or a shot, because I'm seeing a shot glass, well, like a chaser glass with water and ice. And he's just saying that she's very susceptible, and I want to say to you, will you please remember before I continue here, you've got free will and you can do what you want to kind of protect your daughter. But I am being told, will you encourage her because she's got some lovely natural gifts that are coming in. Yes, she is able to see spirit, but she's able to tune into the energies as well, and she's actually picking up on some of the information. So she's already like very early on in her mediumship, I'm being told. Will you watch out where she's drawing and just randomly saying things? Because when she's randomly saying things, this is somebody coming forward to give you a message, and they're giving it to your daughter in order for you to actually pay attention to something. And I feel that this is the gentleman that I've got that's actually using your daughter as a form of communication to bring it forward. Okay. Um, okay. And I've got daisies coming in. So would you understand daisies coming forward? Okay. I've got to give you February, June, and November. So there would be sort of celebrations, birthday, anniversaries, that kind of thing in those months. I've also got to give you the number 4, 11, 22, and 31. Okay. Um, okay. Right. Would you would you understand Abby or Abigail coming in? I'm not too sure whether it's I keep getting both of those, so I don't know if it's Abby for short or if it's Abby and Abigail. Okay. Um, please do interact with me as well, Sammy. If you can take the information, that'd be appreciated. Um, okay, right. I want to just go slightly back here. I mentioned drawing a minute ago, and I'm being told to just tell you, will you just let her just like kind of like do her thing? Um, But if you are worried in any way, just call upon this gentleman that's coming forward to communicate with you, okay? And put like protection crystals, black obsidian, tourmaline, that kind of thing in our bedroom, just to kind of like give you that peace of mind. Because I feel like even although you're spiritual yourself, because otherwise you wouldn't be on the channel, or at least you have a belief in it, I feel that there's still that little bit of a, oh, is she okay? Okay. Yes, I will. She does that a lot. My best friend, he recently passed. Could she be seeing him? Also, that could be my granddad. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I did feel it was um, I didn't feel it was dad. I felt it was granddad-ish or possibly later. Okay, that's great. Okay, um, there. Right, so I'm getting granddad. Okay, that comes in, but I'm also getting there's a lady that comes in, and I want to. Would you understand an aunt that's in spirit? Because I feel that this is the lady just cremated at my best friend in Aberystwyth. Right, okay. Sorry to hear that. Funerals are not the nicest of things. That's the only thing I can think of with the Aber. Right, okay. So it's maybe my interpretation of it, and that's maybe why I kind of had to double check with you. So if you understand it like that, please take it like that because I think that's Welsh, and that's probably why I didn't understand what they were saying properly. So I feel that that's right now that you've just clarified it for me. Okay, so I am going to take it that that is correct. Okay, so there is a lady. Would you understand that the aunt that's passed? Um, okay, and I feel like she's the one that's in and around your daughter in the form of kind of like protecting her as well. I need to say, okay. So I want to put that ease around you as well. I don't feel she saw your friend yet, okay, but I am being told he will come forth and visit. Okay, so you watch out again. I'm being told to tell you here to watch out where she draws something, okay, and it'll be automatically connected to this person, okay, and watch out where she says something as well, because that's him trying to bring forward a message for you, okay. I know he's not with me here at the moment, okay, but that's not to say that he's not going to visit. I feel he's going to use your daughter first before you get like an external message from another medium. That's how it's coming in, okay? Um, right, okay. Oops. you understand the song Sunshine on a Cloudy Day? That keeps being repeated in my head. Okay. So I feel like even although you're going through that grieving process like other people that I've connected with this evening, I just want to say to you, remember there is always a bit of sunshine within every day. You've just got to find it. And the grieving process is hard. But again, I need to say to you, please, share the love of the good memories that you've got of this person that's passed away. I'm also being told, will you light a candle if you've not already done so? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Would you understand why they've gave me like 11:05? I feel that that's a time you understand this song, and she's drawing on the walls. Fantastic. Just, you know, just let your mind kind of go with the pictures. My dad loves that song. Right. Okay. That's fantastic. So, great stuff. I do want to just say to you, just right, okay. So I'm seeing this slightly blurred, okay? The picture that the daughter's drawing. So I want to say to you, it's almost like you won't see what the gentleman, I feel it's a gentleman that wants you to see this, but it's almost like I wouldn't see it clearly without my glasses on. So it's almost like blurred, but I've got my glasses on, obviously, but it's slightly blurred. And I want to just say to you, just kind of like adjust your gaze and you'll see some sort of symbology or whatever it is that they keep pulling into this drawing that your daughter's doing. Okay. So I feel that they are definitely kind of like just trying to kind of like get your daughter to kind of move in these ways. Again, I just want to say to you, if you feel that you need to step in and do what you need to do to close that down, then please do so. You are our mother, and I would never tell you to do anything that you don't want to do. But they are using her as a channel to connect. Okay, best friend passed. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you can take the time. Okay, it's not very often I get a very precise time, which is interesting. But as long as you understand it, that's great. Okay. 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 Do you understand why I want to bring forward chocolates and roses at the same time? So I don't know what this is about. I mean, that's normally something I'd get with regards to Valentine's Day or something like that, I feel. But oh right, okay. Would you understand that you've got a secret admirer? Right. I feel like just watch out the chocolates and roses come in. I don't feel that that's come in actually now that I've just gave you that, okay? I feel you've got a secret admirer. And I'm no idea whether you're married or whatever, but yeah, I just feel that this is just watch where that's coming in. But it's definitely from somebody who likes you. So it might be a partner. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me just try and get something before I leave you this evening. Okay. Um, do you understand why I want to mention Amsterdam and tulips? But there's something to do with a windmill as well. And I feel that that's all interconnected. So if you've not been to Amsterdam, I want to be taking you there. But I feel like there's a song to do with that as well. Tulips of Amsterdam or something keeps ringing in my head. Um, and I feel like that's all interconnected. So you watch it if you've never been to Amsterdam, where that actually comes in, because I feel that that's coming in as well. Okay, and I feel you need to just get away from kind of like your own surroundings, just to kind of clear the energies and continue life. Because I feel like that you just need that little bit of a breakaway. I feel life's been quite heavy for you the last few months, and hopefully you would understand that. Please take the love and know that they're very much around you. And as I've said, I just need to say to you again with regards to your daughter that I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. Do as you please. Okay. Okay, not married. Right, I don't know who he is. So if you're not seeing somebody, I just feel that you've got somebody coming forward. So that's why I was getting roses and chocolates. Okay. I do feel that this is linked to the tulips in Amsterdam and windmills. So I feel like if somebody's stepping forward for you at some point, I do feel that this is before the end of the year, okay? I just want to say, we just be open to it. I want to say he's not going to be your regular type of person. Sorry for laughing, but I feel like you're quite particular, I want to say. Um, and I just want to say, sense the energy of the person rather than the looks. Okay. Just watch where he's quite, the person's quite affectionate towards you. And it may kind of like almost push you away a little bit, but go with it, I'm being told, right? Don't let it put you off. My brother's been to Amsterdam, but my best friend used to play a game. Right, first one to see the windmill. Okay, if you can take it like that, but I do feel there's going to be a trip to Amsterdam or kind of like the net that kind of area, the Netherlands, etc., Holland, kind of thing. And I feel that that's around. Right, sorry, I never seem to get regular. Just honestly, just watch when it comes in. I trust what I get, so I feel like somebody is admiring you from afar. They've not really done anything about it at the moment, but I feel that this is definitely coming in. Okay, chocolates, roses. I feel very, very affectionate with the person that's coming in towards you. They're going to shower you with a lot of love. I feel like you may kind of slightly back off from that, but I want to say you've to move into that energy. I feel that this is like a really, really strong soul connection, if not a twin flame. Okay. So please take the love, Sammy, and it was my pleasure to give you some advice and connect with spirit there around your daughter. So thank you very much. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, somebody's just stepped forward and popped my ears. Oh, okay. Catherine Grummett. Okay. Our pets in spirit, do they visit us too? Absolutely. I've had dogs pretty much all my life. Um, so a reference to the last three that I've had, which is Boston, Texas, and Dakota, three American bulldogs, and they're very much around me all the time. More so at certain times, especially when I'm playing with these two little dogs down here, my two French bulldogs. Just watch out for a lovely energy. Kind of like coming around your legs, brushing up against your kind of like your shins and your calves when you're sat on the sofa or whatever. I get quite a bit of that. Just like if you've had a dog, like sometimes I can be cooking at my cooker, and I feel like this swirl of energy around me. And that was what Dakota used to do, which was one of my dogs. So I know that that's kind of like her signature when she comes in and she's kind of like in and around me, and it's just that reassurances, and that's normally because I'm cooking my dinner in order to get the dinner ready for my two dogs down here, which are two little Frenchies. So they're definitely with us and they're definitely in spirit. And if you need to connect with obviously one of your pets, there are plenty of mediums who can like tap into that different energy and bring forward animal communication. Sadly, I don't do that at the moment. I've never had an animal use me as the medium, but I do know that there's plenty of people out there that do it, luckily enough. Okay, Catherine, please know that your dog, and I feel it is the dog in the picture, is very much around you. Okay, sat next to you at times where you're just having a moment, and I feel like that they're kind of like lay across the couch, and occasionally they're putting a paw on top of your lap. Okay, um, so yeah, they're always around us. Whether it's somebody that's passed to the world of spirit as a human or as a pet. Okay, and thank you very much for that question because it's nice to know that they're always with us, isn't it? It brings us lots of love and comfort. Okay, who's next then? Excuse me. Excuse me while I just Wet my palate. Good evening, Brenda. Okay. Does Spirit know when our life contract will end? Do they see our future? Okay. My belief is that, and I feel that this is down to personal perspective. Um, they will not tell you that you know that your soul contract, life contract will end. They're not going to give you that information on a personal level necessarily. But yes, one consciousness, world of spirit, connecting with all of us here in the physical, absolutely. They know everything. So whether that's life contract, whether that's seeing what's coming in from us, which is why you get like people like myself, mediums, psychics, etc., saying, "Oh, I can see this coming in for you." That's spirit bringing that forward to give us to kind of like advise that person to move in that direction for our own highest good within our journeys, because we do have free will, and sometimes we kind of go, no, don't want that, I'm going a different way. So absolutely, yes, that is my belief. And I kind of like, just due to what I do, I helped my dad pass over earlier on this year in astral. He wouldn't leave the Earth plane without me being next to him. So I had to do it in astral because I was unable to visit him physically before he passed. I was actually given that information of when he would pass and at what time he would pass prior to him passing. I shared part of that information with my sister, who went to see my dad before he passed, and she came back home the day before he passed. I didn't give her the exact day and time. I just said you need to go before this day, which was a couple of days before he was actually due to pass away. So hopefully that answers your question as well, because I've had some personal experience of that, as which I'm happy to share. So yeah, absolutely. Please believe what you believe, Brenda. Even although we're all spiritual and we all have our own personal beliefs, there are fundamentals that, we're or at the core of it are all the same, but we're allowed to have our own slightly different kind of perception of it. So absolutely. Just trust yourself. It will never guide you in the wrong direction, okay? Whether that's in relation to, your life contract or anything else. Okay. And it's my pleasure, Brenda, to connect with you there and answer that question. Lovely. Okay. Alan Hayes, do you believe that spirit can be seen leaving the body as I do? Absolutely. I've experienced it. I've just touched upon it. I was there in astral with my dad, and I saw his spirit leave his body and be collected by relatives, which was his parents, so my grandparents, to take him through the portal of light to the other side. I'll give you another one. Almost 5 years ago, when my mum died on the night that she died, early hours of the morning, I saw her soul shortly after she took her last breath, literally leave her body. Again, but I was there physically. I wasn't there in astral. So I've experienced it in both forms, and I feel that that's a great gift from spirit to what I do, in order for me to kind of like share that with you guys and the wider spiritual community, because we all have our own personal beliefs, but until you actually experience something, sometimes that's the defining factor that actually kind of like shifts our whole perspective. So absolutely, I do agree that and there's actually factual proof out there. They say that the body is lighter as soon as somebody's passed on. The soul is something like, it weighs like 1.5 pounds in weight or something. And there's scientific proof with regards to that as well, from what I've read somewhere. Do you believe that we have a life book that we have read before we came? So like the Akashic records, absolutely, and you can connect with them. Call it the Akashic records, call it your soul contract, whatever word you want to kind of like use. Absolutely, but I would disagree with some people that say that it is absolutely written in stone, so to speak, and it cannot be changed. Yes, we agree to certain things before we start this lifetime, but we all have free will, so we may end up going down a different path, and certain things come in later in life than already planned, or whatever it may be. But then also, I've got my own personal story in relation to connecting with the Akashic Records. I wasn't happy, but something. Spoke to my guides. I sat the next thing, and they were like, "Yeah, we can kind of like tweak that for you, etc." And that has been done. So, um, you know, again, intention behind what you do, whether it's connecting with the Akashic Records to kind of look at something and change something, or view past lives, or whatever it is, your life purpose, because a lot of people do it for their own life purpose, but you don't necessarily actually have to visit the Akashics to do that. You can do it in so many different ways, but that is a fantastic question. So thank you, Alan, for that. Really, really good. And I think a lot of people are like that. Okay, Sambi, how can forgiveness impact your spiritual growth? What practices can help cultivate a forgiving mindset? So, a forgiving mindset is about coming, in my opinion, is shifting the energy that is within you at your core to kind of like absolutely like oh, that's my way of thinking, you know, let's shift that. And it's about, being open to new possibilities, concepts, reading widely, I would say, understanding, listening. They can do it in so many little different ways, guys. Listening attentively to when other people speak, kind of sensing and feeling that vibration and going, oh, I've never thought about it that way. It opens you up energetically to new possibilities. Changes the mindset. Forgiveness, you can do it through meditation, you can do it through positive affirmations. Forgiveness absolutely can change your spiritual path, and it will make your growth or ascension, I would say, quicken if you actually do the work properly, which we're constantly doing. There's times where you kind of like focus on it more so than others, but we're all constantly doing it and releasing, that energy that we hold on to. But it's important to remember to forgive yourself and also the person or persons, uh, to forgive them as well, because forgiving yourself, we all should start with self before we start with anything external to ourselves. So I would say that that's where you need to start, Sam, if that's kind of where that question was heading there. Okay. Mindset again, positive affirmations. I would, if you're so inclined in academic, look at different kind of like books. Try to think. What's one of the ones that I've got here? Atomic Habits, which is a great book about kind of like changing your habitual and mindset. That's a really, really good one. I wouldn't say it's more it's necessarily spiritual, but it's a great book to kind of shift your perception. Okay. And hopefully that answers your question. And thank you very much for that. Okay. I think we'll do a reading now. So who's next? So just tune into the next picture, whoever it is that Richard gives me. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give Richard a number to one between 1 and 40, guys, and that's who I'm going to read for. Okay, 27, I'm being told. I wish I was 27, Richard. I'm sure you do too. It's all right, right. Oh, right, okay, no problem. Bit of a technical glitch. Yeah, with us. Ah, Mary Butcher, right. I believe in spirit. My little girl has seen a couple of my family members. Fantastic. So she's very open to the energies. similar to the other lady that I read for earlier on. Okay. Interesting that I gave that number and there's a connection with the previous reading. So I would say, please don't be too worried about this. Again, please, can you listen to what she's telling you just randomly? Watch out. I'm being told about drawings again and random words, but I'm also being told that they would be written down. But it's not just the little girl. There's somebody else in the family that's quite in tune, I'm being told. This is a young gentleman. So I don't know whether you know that or not, but I'm being told to mention the young gentleman around you. So you'd understand that who's got the teenage son? I'm being told that there's a teenager, whether it's yourself or somebody around you, okay? So let me just tune into the energy for you, Mary. I'm going to bring somebody forward, okay? Right, okay, so I'm very much aware of a gentleman's energy, okay? And I am being drawn to my throat with that cough as he's wet and come in. So the gentleman would have been a smoker or would have had some sort of heavy issue with his throat, okay? I do feel it's more kind of like phlegmish rather than anything kind of like cancerous or anything. So I feel like he would have been prone to chest infections probably through smoking, okay? I am getting the name David, and I'm not saying that that's his name, but I'm being told to mention David to you, okay? Okay, I need to mention Andrew as well. I also need to mention Margaret and Mary, and I've got so Betty, so which is short for Elizabeth. I do feel that's some of those names are going way back in the family into kind of like grandparents and that side of things. Okay, so would you understand me bringing forward a work issue around you and whoever the gentleman is that's stepping right? Okay, so that's why so it's all three of you then. Okay, just watch it with the son. The son gets some random stuff. Okay. I am being drawn to drawing with him as well, just totally random. Again, similar to the other message, but his will be a little bit more insightful, I'm being told. Okay, I'm just going to jump back into the message again there. Okay, so the gentleman wants me to bring forward, I'm not too sure who this is yet, but okay. Okay, so he wants me to mention a work issue around you at the moment. Do you understand that, first of all? And I do want to say that this gentleman, if he's not granddad, he would have been like a mate of granddad's, but he's got that connection to that father energy. Okay, so I want to say it's like either your granddad or no, I'm definitely going to want to. I'm going to stick with granddad because I've been just looked up. Yes, you understand. Okay, so okay, so and the work situation, I want to say to you, don't be impulsive to jump in where it is not required. Okay, I feel just let things naturally evolve and it all will become good, I'm being told. Okay, so I'm not too sure what that's about. It sounds a bit cryptic to me, but if you understand that, please do let me know. Okay, but okay, I just want to bring up a few things here that's coming in with yourself. Okay, I am being drawn to tell you that you need to be transmuting a little bit more energy. And would you understand me wanting to say to you, not necessarily grounding, but I want to say you need a bit more balance energetically. So I feel like we're slightly on a high energetically at times, and then we kind of dip to a low. So it's almost like between 1 month, I'm being shown a calendar month here, okay? And I'm being shown that literally at one point of the month, we're like literally dipping, and then at the other part of the month, we're literally like at the other end of the scale. Can we just balance that out a bit? Okay, so grounding, meditation, that kind of thing. But I feel like it's more than that because of the way that I'm saying it to you. Okay, um, okay, okay. I need to mention a dog in spirit, and I feel like it's like something like a Jack Russell, or it's a small dog, and it's kind of like an off-whitish color. So if it's not like white, it's like a sort of creamy color, like a I've seen it a bit clearer now. So I want to say it's like a Westie or kind of something like that, a little bit more long-haired than a Jack Russell, and a slightly wider snout. I feel that this would have been related to this gentleman, so this gentleman would have had a connection with the dog from what I'm just getting with it. Okay. Will you watch it for where that dog's kind of like running a little bit riot around you? I'm also being told that your daughter would have seen the dog. Okay. Right. Okay. Would you understand why I want to bring in? Okay, I've got to bring in pancakes and syrups for some reason. Um, so let's try to see if I can get some more with this. Okay. Would you understand with the pancakes and syrup? Would you understand where there's somebody in the family, not your children, but somebody kind of like on your level, if not above, who's got a bit more of a sweet tooth, please? And is more of a kind of like cake lover, sweet lover? And I just want to mention kind of like looking at that a little bit more closely. Okay, I feel like bloods and kind of diabetic sugar levels and things like that are coming in with it. Okay. So I just want to make you aware of that. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Would you understand the lady that's stepping forward, who seems to me to be quite bossy, because she's literally coming forward. She's got like a pinny on, or an apron, as you call it, right? And she's kind of walking forward, and she's doing this with a rolling pin and kind of like battering it into her hand. So, not sure on the dog, maybe from years ago. Yeah, I feel the dog was in relation to the gentleman that I've just brought through. So I don't know whether you remember that, but there's definitely a link there with regards to that. Okay. Yes, my dad loves sweets. He's not allowed. Ah, right. Okay. It's just that proof they're around him, but I feel like he's maybe still not getting the balance right with that, which is why they've brought it forward again. Okay. Um, Okay, I want to come back to this lady. She's kind of like stepping in, okay, and she's quite forthright, a little bit bossy. She's shoved past this gentleman, and it's almost like she's got like a rolling pin or something in her hand, and she's kind of like, battering it into her hand, kind of thing, as if to say, somebody's going to get a thump or something. But I feel that this is metaphorically, the way she's bringing it is symbolically, and it's metaphorical for you. So would you understand wanting to like thump somebody? But I'm being told that you shouldn't kind of, somebody wants to thump somebody, whether it's you or not. Okay, I'm going to put it like that. And I feel like it's more a choice of words that need to be said. And I'm also being told that the tone of voice is important and how this message is conveyed to the other person. So something needs to be said. Okay. But it's getting the tone and the words right so that it doesn't cause more conflict, I want to say. Okay. Um, okay. Would you understand why I'm getting simply the best and all this sort of stuff? So somebody likes Tina Turner. Oh, I feel like I want to go and have a boogie. She's one of my favorite artists. Somebody's a Tina fan. I'm getting loads of Tina music coming in, which is interesting. Um, okay, and you also understand why I'm wanting to bring in Spain, and I want to kind of go Madrid way. So that's like inland Spain. Um, Something to do with Spain. That's so true. I'm glad you can take it. Okay, that's fine. Do you understand the Spain issue coming in? And I feel like we're in mainland Spain, not necessarily right in Madrid, but kind of around that area. Let's see if I can get some more with that. Okay. 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 I've got to mention a sprained ankle for some reason. That's just randomly popped in. So somebody's either done something on their ankle recently, and it's just proof that they're around that person. I feel like there's quite a bit of healing being sent there recently. Okay. If you right, I'm going to jump back into the Spain bit here, okay? Because I feel like this is like a destination where you would normally go on holiday, right? But I feel like you normally go more coastal, okay? Because I'm getting a little bit more information with it now. And I feel like, would you understand me saying to you, we went to Spain in September. Lovely. Okay. Was it in the Madrid area, by the way? Oh my God, my ankle has been swollen the past few days. So there you go. So somebody is around you giving you healing here, okay? So that's wonderful that they're around you doing that. Just going back to Spain, I I want to say if it wasn't around the Madrid area, okay, I feel like you're more of a beach person from what I'm getting. So it's like a beach holiday, that kind of thing. But I'm also being told that we need to be going to other places which are a bit more cultural. So not necessarily at the beach all the time or like a beach resort kind of thing. I feel like we need to be going to kind of like, doing like local architecture, doing a bit more cultural stuff, that kind of thing, rather than kind of like just flying all the way over to enjoy the weather and sit on a beach for a week. That's the way I've been given it. So I just feel like, yeah, that's great, but I'm being told, can we mix it up a little bit and bring in like a bit more culture, a bit of respite with the beach, etc. Because somebody's a bit, I feel like there's somebody that's like, oh, I don't really want to go and do that, but it's kind of like, well, we're all doing it together. Benidorm, right? So that's where the coastal side of it comes in. Okay, fine. So would you understand the need where I'm saying to you that it's not necessarily beach holiday, all the rest of it that needs to be brought in. They want to bring a little bit more culture and intellect and kind of like um, that kind of stuff in, historical and what have you. I'm also being told that there's some lovely local kind of like chapels and things around Benidorm that you should have gone and seen. Um, I've just got St. Michael for some reason, so I don't know whether that's anywhere near Benidorm, but if you go there regularly, check that name out. I've just been given that as a church or a chapel. Okay, let's see where we go with regards to the rest of this message, okay? I've got to bring in pear drops for use for some reason. That's true. We want to go a little bit further next. Okay, lovely. As long as you understand it. Got to give you pear drops here, okay? So somebody that likes pear drops or would have liked pear drops. Okay. And would you understand, before I leave you here, I'm being told to present you with a yellow rose. I'm also being told memories are powerful things. Please remember me at my best and not at my worst. So I feel like you would have saw somebody deteriorate quite rapidly from what I've just been showing before they passed over to spirit. And you've not to hold on to that kind of, some of the imagery when they passed. You've to remember them at their best when they were kind of like, healthier, I want to say. Okay. It was my pleasure to connect with you, Mary. You are going to be my last reading of the evening. So please take the love, know that they're around you. You're getting healing for that ankle. And please do take the advice that Spirit have brought forward for you this evening. Yellow roses from Mum's funeral. Absolutely fantastic. That's all I need. And I've just got massive chills with that. Nothing like a mother's love, is there? So Mary and your kids, good luck. Have a great week ahead, and we'll see you soon next time you join us. Okay. And thank you very much, and thank you for letting me bring your spirit people forward this evening on your behalf. Okay. So that does bring us to time this evening, guys. I'd like to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart and my spirit team that back me up and bring forward the messages from spirit. Without them, I couldn't do the work that I do. Thank you for loving and supporting the channel, for your questions. If you were lucky enough to have a reading this evening with me, please take your loved ones' messages with you and know that they are always around you. If you do wish to connect with me, my details are running across the bottom of the screen as per usual, or you can just go to jordanrichards.com and you can see all the services that I offer. And if you're local to kind of like the Manchester area of England, you may see me in and around the local churches. So thank you, good night, God bless, take care, and see you all in 2 weeks. Peace, namaste, guys. Okay, many blessings, good night, God bless everybody. Bye.